What's up, you guys? Wesley Lindsay on Wesley's World, and welcome back to my channel. Now, if you guys saw my video last week, I was so hyped about this new series that just dropped out of nowhere called Tokyo Shinobi Squad. From the first second I saw it, I knew I was gonna love it because the art was just so beautiful. It is very, very modern, sleek. It was just had a very cool and edgy style. I just knew I was gonna love this series, and I read it, and I just encourage you guys to read it because it was so good. So I'm glad that some of you guys really checked it out. That video got relatively a lot of views. You guys really seem to like it, so I'm glad I was able to check that out and put you guys on some new-ish. So anyways, let's talk about chapter 2 of Tokyo Shinobi Squad. Now, before we get started, I want to say the artwork in this series is so beautiful. I absolutely love seeing these splash pages, and something I also love about this series is that I love all the pop culture and like the fourth wall breaking kind of real life references. You can see in the splash place that Jin has a Pepsi cup, and I just love those like drawbacks to real life, just like how last week we had Justin Bieber, and then also, I don't know if some of you guys picked that up, there was even Sia in last week's chapter that I thought that was so cool. That's actually something I do a lot in my series that I'm working series I'm working on called Phantom Rain, so more about that on a future date. But anyways, something I like about this series, I have to say, before we start talking about the chapters, like, I like that the story is all about teamwork and, camaraderie and companionship, just even by the title, Tokyo Shinobi Squad, just showing that, they're a team and a unit. And this story is a very enduring story. I like the three main characters we have so far. Jin is great. He's very cool. I love his powers. Ian, he's, adorable, cute, and he just seems like a good kid. And then we have the lady, I can't remember what her name is, but I like how she's the brains and she's just beautiful. So let's talk about this chapter. So Jin and In go to, what they call the Tokyo government building, and you can kind of see how the war operates. And for me, I think, ninjas, they're supposed to be shadowy figures, and you think that, just instinctively, like, ninjas, they would be kind of shady and they would not be part of the government, but you can actually see that, ninjas in this society, they are kind of like sublimated into the society's government. So it's kind of like, the task force, or maybe like, the Secret Service or something like that. All I just know is they're part of the government, and it's not like they're taboo or a major secret or something like that. They're kind of more like militia, or, like hitmen, kind of, people that you hire for special jobs. So the only character motivation we have for Jin so far is that he literally says, I didn't become a shinobi to carry favor from the elites, only take on jobs that I want. Nothing's changed. So we really don't know too much about Jin, but that's his big character motivation. So it's kind of nice that he double downs on it, and he just straight up says, this is what I'm about, don't play me, So in this next scene, Jin and Im, they encounter a girl whose neighborhood was overtaken by the Yakuza. And pretty much they plan to like gentrify it and just rebuild it for like a theme park or whatever, just to make some money off of it. So Jin, he takes the time, he beats up the Yakuza, and he pretty much gets the land back for this girl. And you can really see in this scene that Jin, he kind of doubles down that he really does, he uses his power for the right reasons, or whatever he considers to be the right reasons. Something I really liked about this chapter is that from the very beginning, you can really see how versatile and practical Jin's magnetism powers are. What I could understand from it is that you got to think about him as like Magneto. You know how Magneto in X-Men, he can like manipulate and control like metal and move objects that are metallic based and stuff like that. So Jin can pretty much do the same thing. You got to see him do that with a round of bullets that he was able to stop mid-air, turn around and redirect and just shoot back out. So that's something like Magneto can do, but also Jin can control electric currents. You can see that a couple times where he's electrocuted people. He's shot in plasma balls. He is even using his powers in more practical reasons, where he was pretty much just like a jumper cable and just used his electric current to power up that strip block in the street. So that's just basically how I've kind of rationalized and really understood his powers. All in all, I can say I enjoy the story. Only thing I really don't like is that this chapter has no cliffhanger, which is very weird to me. It's like, where's the story really taking us? What is your clickbait to make sure we come back next week, you know? I think manga is a story format that works best when you kind of like entice the reader to come back for the next chapter instead of having episodic chapters. So you gotta think about, like, I'd rather have a long ongoing story where each chapter is like a piece of each story, and not like, you know, a monster of the week or a, like, you know, like Ed and Eddie, where it's just like a self-contained one episode story kind of stuff. You know, I don't really think manga works in that format. And, you know, I'm just really excited to see where this chapter, not this chapter, but what this story is going to take us. All in all, I can say I very much enjoyed the story. Hopefully we'll start getting into the plot and see exactly why Ian is running from, you know, whoever wants to scroll, who they are, and what's so special about this scroll. Otherwise, I'm just in it for the ride, and I'm enjoying it so far. What do you guys think about Tokyo Shinobi Squad? Like I said, maybe I'm just, you know, definitely jerking it off because I'm just very compelled into the story and it came out of nowhere and I love it so much. So hopefully I'm not, I think I'm coming at it very level-headed and non-biased. But if you guys have any differing opinions, let me know in the comments down below. Let's get a conversation going. Anyways, you guys, make sure you guys check out my review for The Tale of Hachimaru Chapter 5, and also Boruto came out this week, so I'm going to review that also. Anyways, you guys, my name is Wesley Lindsay. I very much appreciate you guys, and I'll talk to you guys next week or next video or whatever. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.